the design you've seen on the Grand Vitara, so it's sort of the same kind of a design philosophy followed here. Also at the back again, the cluster inside the tail lamps is a little bit different. And step inside the cabin, well, what's different is all the Toyota badges have been replaced by Suzuki badges, and the infotainment screen, well, the unit inside, not the hardware but the software, is different. It has Suzuki Connect instead of Toyota's own system. So these are the key differences. Of course, there are some other differences in terms of features as well, which we will come to. But as of now, well, I will start off with this middle row, and it is got the same amount of space that the Toyota Innova Hycross has. Like I said, the changes are mostly visual and some features, but nothing has been changed in terms of dimensions or weight. So everything is same as you would find it in the Innova Hycross, which means you have lots of space in the middle row. These are again adjustable seats, so I can pull them forward or I can take them back like this. I can adjust the recline, whatever my comfortable position is. And yes, the captain seats, they are very comfortable. So if you're looking for a chauffeur driven experience, I think this car, just like the Innova Hycross, offers a great experience. One key difference though is that even in the top variant of the Invicto, you will not get the ottoman support and the electrical adjustment for the middle seat like you get in the Innova Hycross. So that is an advantage that Toyota has reserved for itself, that you will not get in the Invicto. Speaking of the third row, well, like I said earlier, it's the same space as the Innova Hycross. That means that the third row, it is a genuinely usable third row. It's not just for kids. You can have adults sitting there, two adults for some time, no problem at all. Of course, it's not as comfortable as the middle seat, but again, it has enough space, headroom, leg room for two adults to be seated there. Talking further about comfort, let me tell you, this vehicle, the Invicto, offers very good levels of comfort in the middle row, and I'm being driven right now. So like I said earlier, those looking for a chauffeur driven experience, they should go in for this vehicle. We're going on a single lane highway in Rajasthan, and while the road is sort of okayish, the ride quality is really nice, and that means I am very comfortable here in my seat. So that's about the cabin comfort. Now let's talk about the experience up front from a driver perspective. I've already driven this car yesterday, some amount today as well. Again, no difference when you compare it to the Innova Hycross. Same layout, everything same. Like I said earlier, just the badges, Toyota badges have been replaced by the Suzuki badges, and of course in the infotainment system you get a different software, which is the Suzuki Connect. It's a good thing because I find Suzuki Connect to be a little better, more intuitive than Toyota's system, and it's a little bit more easy to use. But beyond that, everything's same, which means you've got good amount of features. You've got automatic climate control, you've got multifunction steering wheel, you've got a digital instrument cluster. It's a combination of analog and digital. There's this massive panoramic sunroof, again for all of those who enjoy the view of sunroofs. And beyond that, even the seats up front are really nice, good firm seats, very good support, good shoulder room, and again, the driving ergonomics are also right on spot. So that means that it is not just a comfortable vehicle to be driven in, but it is a comfortable vehicle to drive as well. Now that we're talking about the driving, well, let me tell you more about the engine. Now, the Invicto, unlike the Innova Hycross, is sold only with a hybrid powertrain. You cannot have it with a petrol engine only. So here what you have is a 2-liter petrol engine, and it is also coupled up with an electric motor. The combined output from this powertrain is 184 horsepower, and it sounds a fair amount of power on the paper. Out on the road, it is enough to move the mass of this vehicle. It's a very refined vehicle to drive. No change in terms of driving dynamics from the Innova Hycross. It's a strong hybrid. That means you can start the vehicle on electric power alone, and you can start off on the electric power alone. provided the battery has enough charge, of course. And you can drive this for short distances on the electric power alone, or you can put it into EV mode. And the best part about this is that even when you're driving it normally, if you need more power, the engine again pitches in, it will come in, and if you're not using enough power, the engine will shut down. As a result of all of this happening automatically, your fuel saving is substantial. And this vehicle, despite being so huge in size, gives a very good fuel efficiency. So of course that's where the hybrid powertrain comes into play. In terms of acceleration, it has a good amount of acceleration. It actually moves quicker than you expect it to. We are accelerating right now and it accelerates cleanly, so it actually moves a little better than you expected to, considering the size and the physical footprint that this vehicle has. In terms of transmission, well, this one comes with an automatic transmission, CVT to be precise, and CVT happens to be one of those transmissions that goes very well with hybrid powertrain, and this one again goes well with the hybrid setup. It does have a little bit of the typical rubber band effect that you would associate with a CVT, but again, it has been masked pretty well, and as a result of that, it turns out to be pretty decent as well. Now, while this does go pretty quickly in a straight line and has good stability as well, you would expect it to be stable. It's a heavy vehicle. You wouldn't necessarily expect it to tackle corners with a lot of confidence, but that isn't the case with the Invicto or the Innova Hycross as well. So you can chuck it around corners at a fair pace, and it again surprisingly goes through those corners without much complaint. You can go around twisties also, it won't complain. Just stay within the limit of the vehicle considering it's an MPV, but it will again perform to the expectations. And now let's talk about the pricing. Well, you can see the prices on the screen right now, and in case you're wondering how come this is cheaper than the Innova Hycross, well, this doesn't come with ADAS, which is available in the Innova Hycross, and that's why the price difference. This is only available in the higher trims, so the top trim of this will be costing less than the top trim of the Innova Hycross. So should you go in for this? Well, it is basically just a revised Toyota Innova Hycross, and what you get is, in terms of difference, is of course difference with the infotainment system, a slightly revised design, more like the Grand Vitara design, and of course if you like this Nexa blue color, then you can go in for this. Also, the big advantage with this car is that the waiting period for Innova Hycross is very, very long, and probably you might book and get this one soon.
To a world that can't stop. Ongoing energy access is essential for people,